Okay, so you had said that you were regressing quite a few folks from the Tibetan background. And I don't know why that caught me off guard. I think of QHHT being such a mainstream. I wonder, how do those two fuse together? And I wonder if the information that comes through those sessions are a little bit different than from those that come through from I cannot talk, Christian background. I mean, do you see a difference, or is it? I mean, I know the soul doesn't see Christian or, or Tibetan or, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is every single QHHT practitioner will get their set of or their batch of people that has a specific theme that they're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, so you see groups of folks come to you. Mm-hmm.
Well, not groups
soul
of folks,
family,
but the types of people that come to me have the same typical theme.
Right.
And many of the people that come to me for a session are really, really old souls. Mm-hmm. So they're either indigo, or they're part of the volunteers, or they're star seeds, and they're here for the first time trying to be part of the awakening and ascension process with Earth to help her out. And they're just kind of here on a travel visa, and they're really confused on kind of how to adjust. And a lot of things are very foreign to them, because in their consciousness, this is not how people act. It's kind of primitive mm-hmm. in their eyes.
Yeah.
And so they're here for, their lifetime in this incarnation, and trying to do their best to adjust to basically a foreign land, a foreign planet. So I get a lot of those type of clients that are here for direction in their ascension and awakening, and trying to get direction in how to be the best version of them in whatever incarnation they came here for. I also get quite a bit of people who've had past lives as in monasteries as monks or as priestesses. Mm-hmm. And again, they volunteered as well. And in the Buddhist tradition, I know Dolores Cannon, in her practice, they have the 3 waves of volunteers, mm-hmm. the indigos and crystals and star seeds. In the Buddhist tradition, we have the belief in the Toku children. And the Toku children, just in short, are basically really, really old souls that have reached a certain level of frequency or consciousness, and they've come back and brought some of their knowledge from the spirit world into their current incarnation to help raise the consciousness of everybody else. So right now, there is a surge of coronations of Toku children in different monasteries. That's come back, and they've proven themselves because they have provided information of previous incarnations to be accurate. So we have help in the ascension process in Buddhism, and the help comes from these different incarnations, like Toku children, like spirit guides, like angels incarnating into people, like the great librarians that are coming in, such as life planners like myself, who have come in and help you plan your life, have come in as well to help you. So there's a breadth of types of incarnations that come into Earth to help at this time, help with the ascension.
That is like your career counselor saying, okay, look, I'm going to work beside you for a while so you can get this thing going. So you are a life planner when you're on the other side, when you're not in your skin suit.
Yeah, so it before I got into QHHT and getting my own sessions for myself, just to kind of get insight for myself, I've always had insight into some of my past lives and some of my parallel and future lives, and they've always been fascinating dreams. But and different monks, growing up in the monasteries that I grew up in, and my mother funds a lot of monasteries in Laos as well. So we would go and visit some of the artwork and make sure that it's kosher. But anyways, but some of the monks have said, you were a life planner. I don't know what that is. And they're like, oh, what do I do? And they would just say, you help people plan their lives. And I'm like, okay. And then I got a regression, and that's exactly what I did. I'm kind of like your travel agent. What would you like to do? What kind of excursions do you want? While you're there, do you want to work on your spiritual evolution? What kind of lessons or challenges that you want to work on? Oh, you want to work on forgiveness. Okay, no problem. Oh, you want to work on making a goal and achieving it. Okay, no problem. You know, whatever it is, just kind of like your travel agent or your career counselor or your school guidance counselor, same exact thing. Not that mystical of a job. It's kind of rather boring, but you talk to these souls and you take a look at their kind of their rap sheet of what they have been doing so far. What kind of past lives? What kind of parallel lives have you had? Where have you last stepped off of in terms of your consciousness level to reaching Buddhahood? And okay, based on this, these are the options that you have. So let's go and start developing your life plan for this incarnation. And you know, there's obviously some suggested recommendations, but some people, you know, don't listen to their career counselor or their life planner. So
Free will.
That's fine as well. But many of them go to the great library for information on in the Akashic records of different lives in all of the creation to kind of get some framework or some reference points for ideas of how they want to plan their lives.
So how they can set up these different opportunities that will instigate or begin a process.
Right. And you know, everybody knows this. They've had this in their current life. You know that some things, whether you run to it or you drag your leg, some things are supposed to happen in your life. They call them kind of synchronistic events. Like certain people you are going to meet, certain jobs you are going to have. Those deja vu moments are your insights that some of this was something that you planned to do. So even if you're supposed to have that car accident to meet that person or whatever the situation is, even if you don't leave work, it's going to happen somehow.
Either way.
It's going to pull you out, and then you're going to be like, or you don't want to go that road, but so you go another road, it still happens.
Well, I call those signposts. It is, you have these signposts, and you may take the long way around, or you might go directly to it. And there are these key factors. I wonder how many we have of those. I wonder if there's a set number. And I mean, anyway, I don't want to get too off track on that because I have a lot of questions about that. But
yeah, maybe that's another show about the spirit world.